Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Pedro and today I'm streaming Farmer's Dynasty. I've been playing this for a little while on this save. I've got all the buildings upgraded. I've harvested a total of 3 fields, and the last time I streamed this we got them all plowed, cultivated, and fertilized, even though it doesn't say 100% fertilized, but that's okay. Basically what I'm going to be doing here is it is the 10th of August. I cannot start planting wheat until the 1st of September. So I'm just going to be going around trying to make a little money, whether that be, you know, selling cooked eggs or selling milk from the cows, or doing contracts. That is the plan for today. So let's start, I guess. We'll see if there's any jobs available, which it doesn't look like there is. And they'll usually pop up from day to day a little bit, so this could get a little monotonous with me going back and forth, skipping through the days. And if it ends up getting to where I'm not getting any jobs, then I'll just start skipping weeks and get right into planting. So, do I have any eggs or anything ready to go? Nothing's ready to harvest. No milk to collect. Oh, I've got some eggs to collect. But I know there is one spot that I've left some eggs. With the new update, if you buy a rooster, they will actually fertilize the eggs and give you more. And I've got eggs in that one, and I don't want to get rid of them because I want to see if it actually works. Supposedly it does, but I don't know. So I don't actually have any eggs to collect, no milk to collect, no jobs to do, so I guess I'm gonna go sleep. And maybe this rain will go away, which is kind of neat. I've played probably 30 hours of this game, and in this save it's the first time I've ever seen rain. So I don't know if it was just not implemented properly in previous versions, but this is the first time that I've seen it. And I still have to button spam this. I know people have said that they fixed that and that they don't have to button spam anymore. They can just hold the button and it'll do whatever task, but apparently it doesn't work for all hardware configurations just yet, because I have to button spam. Only 2 milk? And animals are actually a really easy way to make some money. It does not take long for them to pay for themselves, especially the chickens. You get a ridiculous amount of money for eggs. Oh, come on, there we go. And also with the rain, this is the first time I've ever seen the chickens inside. I've never seen them inside the coop before this latest update, which was probably about a month ago now. And the update does include geese and ducks, which are normally down here, but apparently, oh, there they are. I think those are supposed to be the ducks, because these look more like geese, I think. Kinda. And I bought a few of those because according to the release notes of the patch, um, they'll give you a lot more money than just your standard egg will. So I figured they really weren't that expensive, and it couldn't hurt. And then this is how you make all your money. You just go to the kitchen, and whatever stuff you've got available, just make it and sell it. Keep a little bit for yourself for eating throughout the days. But it's a really, really easy way to make some extra money. Just like if you look here, I've got 21 things of condensed milk, 41 things of eggs. And especially when I'm just trying to pass through the days to get some time, or to get some extra money and some other jobs to show up, I rarely let my farmer eat. It's maybe like every third day. So you can save a lot of food and make a lot of money off of it just by doing that. And is anything ready here? Nothing's ready here. Okay. Any jobs? Ooh, what do we got there? Delivery spicy pumpkin soup. I have to have pumpkins to make the soup, I think. Plow the field. Deliver tomatoes. I don't have tomatoes. Transport I can do. That'll be an easy one. We go over there and do a couple of those. I think I saw my tractor over here somewhere. And word to the wise, the last save I did, I had to delete the game delete the save, because in certain areas of the map the tow truck is bugged out and it won't actually come to you if you run out of gas, and I wasn't paying attention, ran out of gas and couldn't call a tow truck, and I didn't have any backups. So either A, back up, or B, don't do what I did and pay attention. Yeah, I've got all the starter equipment. It's all the free stuff you get just for doing quests. What is going on here? There we go. Oh no, what happened? What? Oh, this game. Can I call a tow truck here? I can call a tow truck. I really don't get it sometimes, the way it glitches. Well, that was pretty far away. But yeah, what I did right there, the spot that I had done pretty much the same thing in and run out of gas, I could not call the tow truck. So you can go into like your this is your engineer's view, the same thing you use if you're repairing buildings, and it shows you the damaged spots. It'll show you how much fuel you've got left. And if you're using a controller like I am, that's just holding down the left stick. But I will probably fill up before I head over to that quest or contract or job, whatever you want to call it. And I've gotten so used to playing farm sim that I always want to do the farm sim button controls to do stuff. Like I always want to hit A to hitch something up. It always takes me a good 20 minutes before I get back into the swing of things and stop pressing the wrong buttons. My greenhouse is looking good though. I wish there was a way to tell how close they are. I wonder if you can do engineers mode and see. No, it doesn't tell you anything. But I know the tomato plants get one stage bigger before they grow anything. And I'm not sure about the other stuff. I don't remember how much bigger they get. But I know these are all tomato plants here, and I know they get one size bigger, and then they start showing little green tomatoes, and then eventually it'll be the red ones. And hopefully that's soon, because you can make a lot of money off the greenhouse. And I'm just gonna come over here and top this off before I head out. And now I'm off to plow a neighbor's field. I've been really impressed with this game so far. It's still technically like a early release or beta. I'm not quite sure what the developers are considering it, but it's not the official finished release, and they're working on it. And every time they come up with an update, there's new stuff in the game. Things that have been kind of annoying have been improved. They're doing a really good job with what I'm assuming is the limited funds that they're given. So I mean, if you're kind of on the fence about this game, it's not one of those where, you know, if you spend your money, you're not going to get any sort of, you know, new content from the devs. Like they're working pretty hard at this, at least as hard as their budgeting allows. I don't really know how many games this company puts out. I don't think they do a lot. But yeah, it's not a waste of money to actually buy this if you're kind of on the fence. At least from the standpoint of they will actually do some updates to it. It's not going to be like the Bethesda games where they say you're getting all this, you don't get any of it, and you kind of get screwed out of your money. There's no really set schedule, JC. It's just kind of when they get enough, they put out an update. If you can subscribe to find someone who's got access to it and subscribe to an actual beta key, you'll get it sooner than everybody else. But as far as just the standard Steam version, it's just kind of whenever they feel like they've got enough to release an official update and it's not all buggy, they release it. Okay, so this guy's somewhere in here. At least I think he is. Okay, should be right about there. Does it say who I'm supposed to talk to? Because that would be convenient. No. Okay, well, I'll play the old guessing game. You don't really look like a farmer, but, well, maybe with the shirt. Let's see.
Hi. Good morning.
And then, like, for instance, this last update, they did a lot of character improvements. And previously, these guys looked
You don't
horrible.
look so well.
Oh, that's
You all
not
right?
what I wanted to click.
I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
I meant to click
I'm
that
looking
one.
for work. Got anything for me? There's a field nearby that needs plowing. Will you do it?
Oh, alright. Got it on my first try. 1,500 euros.
Sounds
Nice.
good. I'll take care of this.
Wonder how big it is, though. That'll be the real problem. Hey, Jawa. How are you doing today? Please don't be a big field. Please don't be a big field. And then that guy just standing in the middle of the road, waiting to get run over. Your goal is plow, Luke. Oh, I didn't even read that. That's great. This isn't huge, but it's not small either. I just really can't wait until next season of the game when I hopefully have enough money for some new equipment. Because I really want to try it out. It looks so much more fun. And if I keep getting $1,500 plowing jobs, I might just get there. Oh. So on Friday, I chopped down a dead tree in the yard of my rental place, the place that we're renting. Definitely pulled a muscle in my shoulder. And today I went to go work on my house, the one that we're attempting to remodel, and it took all of like an hour before my arm started hurting, and just all the dust was just really getting me. I had to call it quits. I was in the house for maybe 2 hours today working. I feel like one of those people you don't want to work with, like the ones that don't do any work. Except it's my house and I'm that person. It was just a rough day. Hopefully next week will be better for me. Be able to get a lot more accomplished. Because my wife and I have decided that when we move into our house, because bills and stuff will be a little less, and by that time her car will be paid off, we have both decided that we want to start playing WoW again. And that'll be tons of fun. We used to play WoW all the time. Like if there was nothing going on Friday night, it's like, oh well, let's play WoW. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to drive in his field. I'm sorry. Sorry, neighbor. Yeah, I think it was Friday night. I was getting a little nostalgic watching some people on Twitch playing WoW, and it's just bringing back all the memories and all the fun. Hey Jeremy, are you still there? We said hi to you. Hey Thunder, how you doing? Just okay? I don't know if I'm going to or not. I'm gonna do this for a couple hours, and I've still gotta do some laundry and stuff before work tomorrow. And I have to actually go to bed at a decent time because my school starts up again too. So I've got to get up at like 8 o'clock. so I can't be up super late. So we'll see how far I get with everything else after I'm done streaming this, which I've only been going for like 20 minutes, so I'm not really close to being done yet. Up till 7. Yeah, that's my usual MO. Get home from work at like 2 in the morning, stay up, especially on the weekend, stay up till like 6, 7 in the morning. Haven't been doing that much lately though. Having to actually try and keep myself in somewhat of a schedule where I can wake up early. Oh wow, you've been putting in some hours. Oh, that's kind of how I was when 19 came out. I spent tons of time on that game. And then now that I see that they've actually got some industries for 19, assuming they work, that could be a lot of fun. Because that's some of the stuff we've been missing from 17 is different scripted stuff that works properly. Was it you, JC, that posted that thing about the like the silage maker for 19? Because I saw on, it's either my Discord or Arthur's, I don't remember which. Someone finally came out with a silage maker. You just input chaff and it makes its own silage. You don't have to pack it and actually use the bunkers. Much bigger tater planter. You don't like doing it 4 rows at a time, Thunder? I thought that's how everybody liked planting potatoes. Oh, pretty empty. I just kind of skipped through and looked at a few high points. Oh, Talo posted that. I mean, that map looks huge. But if it's just empty and boring, then it's kind of meh. Not much different than being on the Michigan maps. got to haul a trailer of seed out with you. Oh yeah, I bet there is a modded one in that map with that harvester we've got. Hey Jeremy, are you back now? Yeah, I really kind of want to check out that Industries mod, see if it works. And works correctly. No, I didn't end up doing any ETS last night. I was working on some playthroughs of some old PS2 games that I wanna eventually stream, but I haven't played them or haven't played them since before I could drive. And I really don't want to, like, I'm not saying that I've got to like beat the game, but I want to refamiliarize myself with some of those games before I just start streaming them. Because some of those games, like, I played a lot and then just completely forgot everything in a matter of, 15, 20 years. And so I don't want to look like a total noob when I stream them. Yeah, I saw that. That was one of the spots where I kind of stopped on. I can't remember who it was. Was it Farmer Klein's video? I think. And I kind of stopped when he was going through the map, and there's a ton of different fields. Like, there's a lot of areas with some smaller ones, and some really big areas that cost millions of dollars. But there seems to be a little bit for everybody, but I don't really just want to go to a open empty map. That would get kind of boring no matter how good the rest of the stuff is. Speaking of maps, has anybody heard from Arthur about the Friday night multiplayer? If we're going to be for sure changing out of Michigan this week? Because he was kind of rushed getting out the last time we played 2 weeks ago, for obvious reasons. Oh, I'm really hungry. How do leaves taste? Oh yeah, I am really hungry. Yeah, it would be, especially with all those smaller fields. Like, there were some that that guy was clicking on that YouTube video. They were only like $10,000 fields. They weren't like super outrageous. Which would be nice, because it definitely does get really boring, not only doing it, but watching it when people are just, spending an hour doing one thing. A little variety never hurt anybody. It's the spice of life, or so I've heard. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But I unfortunately don't get to watch any of his streams during the week. I have to catch up on weekends if it's anything I want to watch. Once in a while I get to catch like 10 or 15 minutes during my lunch break at 8 o'clock. But for the most part, if I want to watch one of Arthur's streams, I'm watching it on Saturday or Friday. Oh, so kind of opposite of Michigan. See, and that's another thing I wish a map maker would do. Like if they started their map with the town and the sell points, and did it all in the center, so that no matter where you are on the map, you just go to the middle of it. That's kind of how I did the little private map that I had for 17. I put all the sell points kind of in the middle, and then just fields and stuff around it. Wow, I'm not even am I halfway done? No, I'm not halfway done. How can I... Oh, it's because okay, I see. I got to it. Got to the center of the field. I thought it was saying I was done with it. And I did some really awesome driving here when I was trying to figure that out. There, that'll be a little better. Wonder if anything else has showed up. I can't do that. I can do that. I'll mark that one. We'll do that next. Can't do that. So it looks like I can do that transport after this, and that's about it. And I really wish I kind of would have played this game when it first came out, because I would have loved to have seen this as a John Deere. Because originally this was, if you know your tractors at all, this is a John Deere, and they got in trouble because it said John Deere. It was John Deere green, and they had to change it to Jack Bear, and they painted it red. But I would have liked to have seen it as a John Deere. Which is kind of odd to me, like especially if you're talking like an old antique. Like, I guess I just don't see why a company would care so much. You would think that they'd just be happy to get a little free publicity. I know I would. From what little I saw of it on that video, I only maybe watched 5 minutes of that half-hour video, however long it was. But to me, that kind of looks like he was trying to like emulate real life. Because like out here, there's always a low spot in a lot of fields that either that they'll collect water when it rains. A lot of times there'll be spots that you can't plant because it's too wet and it's got water in it. And so maybe that's what the maker was trying to do, was like make it seem like real life, where there's spots of fields that aren't arable just because of where the water table's at. Because like the house I'm renting, I'm out in the country. I can see 3 fields from different windows in the house, and at least 2 of them, if I haven't looked at the third one, but at least 2 of them have standing water in it right now, and more than likely will have standing water when it's time to actually plant in real life. So I'm wondering if that's not what he was trying to emulate. And then it also depends too if it's actually like an actual water table, or if it's just a texture, like in the Michigan map, that lake, at least on version 2, it was just just a water mirror. It wasn't actually a fill point. You could drive right in it, drive around on the bottom of the lake. So if it's like that, it wouldn't matter, and it would just be, kind of a visual. So I wonder if it's, like an actual fill source where it'll tell you don't drive too deep in it. Wow. Used almost 30% of this fuel already. One thing I am going to like when I can finally get a new tractor is they all have bigger fuel tanks. Yeah, there is one way to find out. Download the map and drive into it. That's usually how I try things out. Oh, let Thunder fill us in. Oh, Thunder, did you download that map? Or did you just watch the video? Because if you downloaded that map and you're playing it, go drive in the water on the fields and let us know if it's actual water or just a texture plane. 60%. I really wish this old tractor could use some new equipment. Because everything I've read, your first piece of equipment has to be a tractor. Because this one won't pull any of the new stuff. Trying to get rid of the equipment I've been testing on 17. Oh, yeah, and there's a lot of stuff to try out for 17. Thousands upon thousands of mods for 17. And it's not mostly tractor weights. I remember when mods first started coming out for 19, it was just like, really? Another set of tractor weights? More tractor weights? I don't need any more tractor weights. New harvesters for 17. Like, you want to see like more modern ones or just new mods? Or like different takes on older mods? From what I've seen of the cloth stuff, it works. I haven't personally used any. Oh, what we have don't work well. Yeah, and that's kind of the tricky thing about modding some of that stuff. Like when you like getting your weight geometry just right. What game am I playing today? I'm playing Farmers Dynasty right now. And we've been talking about mostly Farmer 17. But yeah, the like the cloth stuff that OSA uses, that all works really well. It's never been like high on my priority list, but that's mainly just because don't really see it where I'm at. Oh, what's wrong with that one? I guess other than that one mod conflicting with it, I didn't notice anything. Is it just because it's like super long, or? Yeah, I wish I would have had a bigger hard drive right from the get-go, because I had a few harvesters that I had tinkered around with a lot, and finally got them exactly how I thought they should be. And then of course I had to delete them when 19 came out, because at the time I didn't have a big enough hard drive to keep both games. And I deleted tons of mods that were good from the get-go, but I had, in my opinion, perfected them. And now that we're kind of playing some throwback with that server, it just kind of sucks, because I had some really good stuff. Oh, that's weird. I guess I didn't notice that. The tip trigger must not be placed right. And that's another one of those things where like you just have to continually keep playing with it in the editor until you get it just right, because that could be that can be like a geometric reference point in the XML file that's wrong. Now, is it like visually a problem, or is it like physically you can't unload if you're where you should be? Because I've had some where it worked properly, but the visual was in the wrong spot. Because if it works, but you have to be a few feet. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in the XML file, not the Giants file, I think, if I remember correctly. And that's just a matter of playing with things until it gets right. Oh, yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the pipe is like too low. Yeah, and that I think we could solve that by raising the collision point on the pipe itself. Because if it's done correctly, it should have a separate collision point for the arm itself. 83%, almost there. But yeah, now that you say that, JC, I do remember that. That was kind of annoying. much money do I have? Oh, 200 bucks. I'm rich. So, is it just a US thing where we use a decimal point in front of the cents? Does like the rest of the world use a comma there? Because like if you look here, it's $202 or euros and 33 cents or whatever that would be in euros, but they use a comma. Is the US the only place that uses a decimal point there? Huh. It just seems odd to me to use another comma. But of course I grew up using a decimal point, so it probably would seem odd to me. Hey Tayloa, how you doing? That's good. We were just talking about you in the videos you posted on Discord about the new mods. It's not really talking about you, but mentioning your name. Have you tried that silage thing yet? That one you posted? IJ. If that's slang, I'm old. Test it in single player. How's it work? Does it work like it's supposed to? Nice. Then that means one thing, people. The floodgates have officially opened, and good mods should start rolling in if all the mod makers are not pissed off. Which honestly is kind of what I've been waiting for with 19. Just something to give me a little something different to do. Accepted chat today. They updated it. Yeah, I saw that somewhere. Oh, I've officially plowed Luke. And I thought that was kind of neat that it would make hay too. Or now does it accept, or can you have it accept grass to make silage instead of just turning it to hay? Because I saw on something that if you put in chaff it would make silage, and if you put in grass it would make hay. Oh, okay. Oh, this is the transport.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Did it hurt when you were falling from the sky?
Is there something I can help you with?
No, not at the moment.
Well, good luck.
Good luck. See you around.
God, that sunflower is really annoying. What you? Are you
Hello there.
Are you the transport mission?
Good afternoon.
It looks so good, it almost makes me
Is
speechless.
there something I can help you with?
No, not at the moment.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
Okay, where's the transport? Oh, that's further. It's more up here. So there's that. Where's my star? There's my star. So if you put grass or chaff in, you can unload any grass or chaff on the other side that hasn't processed. Oh, that's kind of nice, because if you need some grass and it hasn't all processed, you can just take it out of there and give it to sheep or whatever. That's
Hi.
Oh, it's you again.
me again. Who the heck are you?
I am looking for work.
There is something I need indeed.
$560 to
Sounds
make
good.
a delivery. I'll
take
do
care of
that.
this.
Now, where'd I park my tractor? That's the real question. There it is. And I love this right here. Doesn't matter which side of the road they're on, traffic stops for you. And it stops far enough away that it doesn't screw you over. Wow, 1,000 liters per game minute? Somewhere over here is this guy. I guess that's where he was. Is he still here? There he
Thank
is.
you. Here's something for you.
Yay! I don't like it when my quest guys are inside town squares. I just want to be able to drive up to them and drive away. Is that as huge as it looked on Farmer Klein's YouTube video? Because it looked really huge. And realistically, if you can run it on your laptop, it should be okay for everybody. Part of your test should involve cheating yourself like $20 million and buying all of the equipment and placing it on different areas of the map. Oops, let's go there, and I'll hop in my pickup. It'll be faster. Well, obviously, Jeremy, this is an open range country, so cows can just go wherever they want. Yeah, that's a good idea, Taylor. Because then if you don't drop down to like a really bad frame rate, it should be good for pretty much everybody. Because your laptop's somewhat outdated, isn't it? or at least to the point where it can't play a game that isn't properly, what's the word I'm looking for? Properly put together. Oh, I must be thinking of somebody else. Somebody else had a laptop that was not up to par. Yeah, that could be what I'm thinking of, because I know his is definitely not up to par. Oh wow. Yeah, someday I need to build a new one. Mine's like 7 years old, but I spent a ton of money on it when I built it. So it still does just about everything I want to do. Certain things doesn't work so well anymore, like new games and trying to do like HD recording. Yeah, that can't happen on this PC anymore. But it's held up very well. It's still decent, and single task it's not any worse than any other computer that's out there. But those new processors with their improved multitasking definitely blow this one out of the water. Which especially if I'm gonna start doing a lot of streaming, I really want to get into like an i7, i9, somewhere in the current generation. Because right now I'm running a 4770, and like just playing games it's fine, just playing games and streaming it's fine. But once I add in that third task, that's when I really notice it.
I'm here for the package.
Sure, here it is.
I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I'm here for the package. Sounds like a drug deal. Oh, Jeremy, I did a transport mission, and I had to go pick up some package from that guy and deliver it to another guy. I'm pretty sure I'm a drug mule right now. That's what it sounded like. And I mean, just a delivery job for like almost 600 bucks, it's got to be drugs. There's no other explanation. Yeah, they've got little transport missions. Like, you don't have to do anything. You just go to one person and then go to another one. Like, it's not like Farm Sim where you have to actually physically pick things up. Well, there was stuff like that before. I know, like, you could deliver tomatoes and get a higher price. You could make soup, that pumpkin soup, and get higher price. I don't remember if there were like transports before though. It could be new, but I don't remember to say for sure either way. And then one thing, when cows sleep on the road, if you run them over, they disappear. Oh, at least they used to. That one didn't disappear. Or maybe that was the pigs that disappeared. Oh, don't go in the water. That would be bad. This poor little pickup's gonna be so beat up by the time I trade it in. Where are you? You're hiding in your sunflowers.
Here's the package you requested.
Thank you. Here's something for you.
Most polite drug deal in the history of drug deals. Okay, is there anything else I can start? Does not look like it. Looks like we'll go home and sleep. What day is it? August 11th. Got like 20 days to go before I can plant. I do like that I can plant more than once in a year, because basically you plant like wheat or barley, some sort of grass type small grain, in September, and then when you get to the end of September you just go to sleep, and then you wake up and it's April, and then you're ready to harvest right away in April. As soon as you harvest, you plant again, and then you harvest again in like August. So like they've kind of got seasons, but it's just a really basic implementation of it. But it's nice that it's just simple, quick, easy. Uh-oh, Jeremy's got a cat on the keyboard. And then And those are my hopefully new chicken eggs. Have I gotten any new chickens? Or am I still at 10? Where's chickens? 10 chickens. Okay, still at 10. I'm kind of starting to think that the roosters don't work yet. Because I think that that little spot of eggs has been there for like 10 or 12 game days. So I'm guessing that that whole rooster thing, it's like bare bones implemented, but it doesn't work yet. So maybe that'll work in the next update, because it doesn't seem to be working yet. I'm gonna give that little spot of eggs until like September, and when September comes, if I don't have any chickens out of that, I'm just gonna collect them. Because it's like piling up more and more eggs there. Like it says I've got 11 eggs to collect, and it's just that one spot. How much of that stuff do I have? Quite a bit. Do I have any vegetables ready? No. Do I have any quests today? Don't have pumpkins to make that. I can plow another field. What's this one? 1.35 hectares, 0.6 hectares. Ooh, we got something way up here. Easy transport. Okay, Gaston. Well, and like the thing is like your inventory, it doesn't seem to fill up. Like you can only have so many slots, but I have yet to cap one slot. I think at one time I had like 100 and some eggs. So like you've got a slot limit, but I'm not sure that your slots have a cap. But I ended up selling a ton of eggs and milk so that I could buy seed for next month. Because aside from it still being August, I'm 100% ready to start planning. I wonder if any of these vegetables in my greenhouse are starting to show fruit. Kind of looks like the tomatoes might be almost ready. Oh, nope, they're still in that stage. Nothing showing on any of that yet. Still in the green there. Should be all good for the day. And like I'm a little torn. Like one of the updates was like you can paint your house now. Before it was just you got what you got and that's it. You know, they went all Henry Ford. You can have any color you like as long as you want black. And now you can pick different paints at the shop. And I kind of want to try it, but at the same time I really want to try out some of the new equipment that they have in the game, and I want to save my money. So it's torn between what I want to see in the game, and I'm leaning more towards I want to see new equipment. Because I really would like to try out the paint and stuff, but that's just aesthetics. I actually want to see how the new equipment operates, if it's faster, wider, better, stronger, faster. That might be too old of a reference for some of you. Does anyone here like the Marvel movies? Marvel Cinematic Universe? Because if you do, the wife and I went to see Endgame last night, and it's pretty good. I won't give away any spoilers because I'm not a jerk. But if you like those movies, go see them. Yeah. I was a little disappointed at a couple of things, which I'm sure Taylor knows what I'm talking about, but I think they did it well. The only downside I had was there was like a little I've been a fan since Iron Man in '08. Oh yeah. Well, I actually even liked the
Care to talk?
the really
Good
old ones,
morning.
like before the current
I'm looking for
iteration
work.
from
Got anything for me?
No, not a...
don't have anything.
Good luck.
Like the original
Hi
Hulk,
there.
like I actually kind of liked it. Like I know it was a bad
It's you
movie,
again.
but I didn't mind it. Like nobody
I'm
liked
looking
it
for work. Got anything
for the
me?
most part, but I did.
Not at the moment.
Two things happened at the end that I predicted. Yeah, I mean I kind of saw some of that coming,
That's
and
all.
I did know that some of that
Care
stuff
to
was
talk?
coming.
Good morning.
It's really hard to talk about this and not give anything away.
I am looking for work. Got anything for me?
But like part of the reason
No,
that
not at the moment.
Disney's pulled like all the stuff off of
Thanks.
Netflix
See you around.
is they're really wanting to
Care to talk?
bring
Hello.
out some new characters. Why am I standing like way above her?
Is there something I can help you with?
No, not at the moment.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
Oh, I'm not going to give any spoilers away.
Hi.
Good morning.
I don't give spoilers.
I am looking for work. Got anything for me?
No, not at the moment.
Thanks. See.
That's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, if anybody puts a spoiler in chat, you're chat banned.
Hello.
Good morning.
You look as beautiful as a sunny morning.
Is there something I can help you with?
No, no.
That's all. Thanks.
Am I in the right spot? Where am I? Oh, not really. I should be more over there.
Always late. Never on time. Same story every time.
Oh yeah.
I really thought this was
3 hours of glorious comic book cinematic greatness. Well, yeah, that's part of it. The other part is, oh, hey, look at this. We're sinking into wood
I hope it
planks.
will change someday.
Hi.
Good morning.
Alexa, what time is it?
Is there something I can help you with?
No, not at
That's all. Hello there.
Well, hello.
Absolutely.
I am looking for.
No, not at the.
Ugh.
Thanks.
I
See
wish
you
they'd show me a
around.
picture of who it is. It better be
I hope it
you.
will change someday.
Hello.
After all.
I am looking.
I am dying for some pumpkin soup. Care to buy it for me?
And I'm really not in the mood today.
Yep, pretty much, Taylor. Pretty much. Okay, so if I buy it, does that mean he's just reimbursing me? I'll
Sounds
try
good.
it.
I'll take care of this.
That's pretty.
What do I gotta do? I gotta go buy 6 pumpkin soups.
Just what I was thinking.
Oh. I think that means I do have to buy it. Can I cancel that? I don't think I can. We'll just leave it.
Good. Look like I care.
But yeah, at some point in time I interrupted myself and with a different train of thought. But the only downside that I had when I went to the theater yesterday was I was sitting next to like I would guess 6 to 8 year old kid, and throughout the whole movie, like I could just hear him like talking to his dad's like, "What's happening? Why are they doing that? Is it over now? This means it's over, right?" And it was one of those things where like I couldn't really be mad because it was a little kid, but at the same time it's like, really? You know, like, tell your kid to be quiet.
We'll talk later.
Come on, put your fishing pole away.
I'm busy.
No, you're not.
Hi there.
Well, hello there.
Why am I like standing on a platform?
I am looking for.
There's a field nearby that.
Sure.
Sounds good.
I'll do it. Yeah, and I specifically waited a couple of days hoping that I would weed out some of the little kids that wanted to go, and we picked a time where it was like, well, if we go at this time, people might be going out to eat or something. Oh, he was playing Minecraft earlier too. I don't know. I understand people enjoy that game. I mean, it usually has like 5 to 10,000 people watching it on Twitch, but it just, I don't know. I can't get into it. Kind of like trying to watch him play The Sims. Like, I don't mind playing The Sims, but I can't watch somebody else play The Sims. Yeah, and if my couch was more comfortable, I probably would have left work early on Thursday and went to see it without my wife. But my couch doesn't sleep very well, so I decided to wait and bring her with. Because then I know there wouldn't have been little kids there, because nobody who's got school on a Friday is gonna be going to a 10 o'clock showing of a movie. But it was very tempting, because one of my supervisors, he's a huge Marvel fan. Like, we're always shooting the bull about Marvel movies at work, and we've got an AMC theater in town, and he's got one of those like gold passes or whatever you call it, so he can go see 3 movies a week for whatever his monthly fee is. And so every time one of these new Marvel movies come out, he'll go on a Thursday night when they come out, and then twice more, like Friday or Saturday, just like all in a row, just to see if he missed anything. And like, it's surprising like how much stuff he picks up that I've never picked up, or like didn't know until somebody else pointed it out. Like, he is a super big time comic book nerd, and he's probably one of my favorite people at work. And it all started because he saw my tattoo, which when I got married, the guys I work with, they bought me a tattoo for my wedding present. So I've got a big old, if you're familiar with comic books at all, if you Google the comic book, the cover art for Captain America Reborn, I've got that on the back of my arm. It's like a foot tall. It's awesome. And he saw that one day when I was working. He's like, "So you must be a pretty big fan of comic books, right?" I was like, "Yeah. I mean, I didn't really get to read many when I was a kid because I didn't have the money to get them. But whenever I have a little extra money, I try and do something like that. And I love the movies. And then ever since then, like anytime a new movie comes out, we're talking about it." Ooh, apples. Can I pick a random person's apple tree? I can. All right. Free money. Except there's not many apples here to pick. Or maybe these aren't all apple trees. Yeah, this is actually something that got added in this last patch. Apple trees. And you can cook them, make applesauce. You don't make a ton of money off of it, but you don't have to do anything for it. You just gotta pick them. So, free money. And I like that I can pick other people's apples, and my social points aren't going down, so I must be allowed to do it. Well, that was a good one. Had like 4 apples on it. Oh, how's this thing doing on fuel? 50%. Okay. I'm good for a while. I think eventually I'm gonna have to feed my dog. She's getting a little antsy. It's like 10 minutes past her dinner time. And I swear she knows what time it is. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. And with this game, as much as I dislike the starting equipment, I do love that you can just basically work and get stuff for, you know, get the equipment as a reward. It's kind of nice that I don't have to like try and figure out how to buy a tractor and everything else I need. It's just, oh, go do this job for this guy and there you go. It's kind of a nice little easy, quick addition. Alright, I am going to be right back. My dog wants food. I will return shortly. Alright, I am back. My dog is happy. She's chowing down. Oh, that's good, Taylor. Have you tried just completely overloading it with equipment to see how your computer handles it. Or is that coming soon? Man, Giants developers, play this game, take notes. That's how you do traffic. Quest updated. Plow Dylan. Fine, I'll eat something. Oh, and that reminds me, one thing I did notice about this game on a previous save is, like when you go to bed, you've got the option to sleep for the night or rest for a week. If you rest for a week, your condition does not change. So if you're planning on resting for a week, rest for the night first, and then rest for a week. Because if you just, if your sleep's at like 5 and you rest for a week, when you wake up, your sleep's at 5. Unless they fixed it. That's how it was with the previous edition of this. I might have to try that out here and see if they fixed it or not. Because I really would like to harvest the stuff in my greenhouse. That is quick and easy money. And if I go and do a little fishing, I can make the fish and tomato sauce, or maybe it's fish and zucchini, I don't remember. But one of those is worth a lot of money. Because the more nutritional value it has for your person per day, the more money it's worth overall. Is kind of how it seems to work. And it's something with zucchini is like 60% or something like that. After this, I might just end up spamming through days so I can still collect eggs and milk. Up until the point when I've got stuff ready to go in my greenhouse. And it looks like I should be able to do quests for this guy. His barn needs some work. Make some money off of him. Because I have found that, like, once you have all your equipment, if you get a quest for fixing a building, it pays really well. Those seem to be really good really good missions to take, even though it's kind of tedious and boring, and it's just the same thing over and over. It pays well. And on the road to a $200,000 tractor, every little bit helps. And I'm also kind of excited to see how much crop you actually get off a field when it's fully taken care of. Because the ones you start with, it's basically just been cultivated and planted. There's no fertilizer or anything on it. And you still get like $10,000 from that field, or from those 2 fields. At least if you take the wheat or barley, whatever it is, to the bakery, or the windmill, I mean. So I'm really kind of curious to see how much I'll actually get having 3 fields that are properly prepped and prepared, to see what kind of results I get there. I would think it would be at least double. And hopefully I will find out soon enough. So Taylor, is that map on the Giants Hub, or is it elsewhere on the old interwebs? %. Gotta remember to fill my tractor up when I'm done with this so I don't run out of fuel. Does it have a gauge on it? If it does, you can't read it. This will be my last pass. You never have to do 100%. This should get me there. Hey, look at that. Huh, those cargo vans don't stop like the other ones do. Those are also the ones that I've seen crashed on the road, so I'm wondering if the scripts for those vans aren't quite right. Because like this car will probably stop for me. It's slowed down. Will this one do anything, or is it just going to keep right on going? Okay, maybe that was just my imagination. It did stop. Probably should have drove. Definitely should have drove. Oh, that's right. That was this guy. I was thinking it was the guy at the docks.
Thank you. Here's something for you.
Alright, almost 3 grand. I should see if that one sell trade guy or whatever, if he's got any pumpkin soup. If not, I think I might fail that quest, but oh well. What's this guy got? He's gonna plow the field. Transport. I didn't mean to click on that. Ah, yes. Fender gas station. I do kind of like this ground deformation too. It's just a nice little change from like the track texture that you get in Farm Sim. I know the downside is like, you know, you've got smaller area to work with as far as how big your fields are and things like that, but it is kind of nice to have. I know in the grand scheme of things it really doesn't mean much, but it's just a nice aesthetic, really. I better go fill this up before I forget. Wash vehicle. Refuel. Hey, what are you doing on my lake? Do you have pumpkin soup?
Good to see you. Can I help you?
Care to trade?
Care to trade?
Sure.
You do not have pumpkin soup. Okay, I'm just gonna end up failing that quest. That's alright. And I think what I'm going to start doing is kind of spam through sleeping a lot and go until my greenhouse has stuff that's ready. Oh, my rooster did a good job. I didn't see what else it said. I didn't have a chance to read it all. What do we got here? Oh, hens owned 11. So he gave me 1 chicken. And the downside is I had to wait until that one spot had like 20 eggs in it. I don't think that's worth it until I'm ready to actually just let them, repopulate, or not repopulate, but reproduce. Because this is the spot I was leaving. Let's see how many eggs it says is in that spot. 12 eggs. So I've been leaving that there. There's 12 eggs. And after I don't know how many days, I got 1 extra chicken. Not worth it. At the moment, anyway. Yeah, Taylor, is it on the Giants Hub or is it elsewhere, like on Mod Hub US or something? Nothing ready to harvest. Oh, out as an option. Gotcha. So it has like multiple pads and everything too then? Or at least 2 or 3? Oh. Yeah, and for him that's probably a fairly big deal. I mean, streaming you want it to look good, and if he's consistently getting frame drops, he definitely has to put that into consideration. Which is odd, because he didn't seem to have any troubles with Michigan, except when there was a ton of stuff around. And if he's getting it just trying it out on his own, have anything ready yet? No. Yeah, and I'm wondering if there's not um, like a certain piece of hardware that doesn't like it. You know, like just something in his configuration doesn't like that map, while something in your configuration doesn't like Michigan. Because I'm kind of thinking that that's like my issue with this game, like why I can't, you know, just hold A to milk the cows or hold A to repair buildings. Because like it works for Arthur, but it does not work for me. I have to just spam the A button on my controller. I like how this guy's always ready to work. He's always wearing a tool belt. Got some real gumption. Alright, do I have vegetables yet? No. Humidity's still perfect. Go sleep again. What day is it? 15th. Yeah, Pleasant Valley though, you're gonna have the same problem that we're having with Michigan. You're gonna have these huge fields that nobody can afford, and that's gonna take you the entire stream to do one thing. I I don't think Pleasant Valley is going to happen, and quite honestly, I don't want it to happen. Like when we first started out with Michigan, I loved it. And then just as we went on, it got more and more tiresome, especially when like we only had like 5 people playing with us and you were doing so much more yourself. And I think Arthur was actually kind of surprised that like JC and I kind of came on board with his original dislike of the map. It was like it's too big. And from what I've seen, that is one thing I like about the Midwest Horizons. Like there's options. Like if you want to do something big, you can, but you don't have to. And you don't have to have. Oh yeah, Michigan. You need at least 10. You need like at least 3 or 4 people per farm. Because like there was one week we had like 6 people on our farm and we did everything all in that 2-hour stream. And the last few weeks it's basically just been me and 1 maybe 2 other people, and we're getting like one stage of things done. Like whereas before, you know, we were harvesting, planting, fertilizing, all of it all at once. Oh, there are a lot of trees on it. clumped in big masses. Oh, so they kind of made like forest areas, or like he didn't place them well in the map. And Jer, lately I haven't been playing on that after Arthur gets off because I've just been so burnt out with it and with 19 in general. And I think part of it is that I've been playing Michigan all the time, and I'm bored with it. And so like really like that, 2.5 hours is like all I can stomach. Oh, wow. Which and it's good to have forest areas for the people that like that, I guess. Yeah, Michigan is very bland. And honestly, to me, it looks more like parts of like the Midwest, like the Dakotas, than anything I've seen of Michigan. Which I haven't seen much of Michigan, but oh yeah, well, where I've actually been in the general vicinity of where Welker Farms literally is, and there's nothing out there. It's a wasteland of prairie grass. Oh, hey, my rooster did a good job. My hens increased. So I don't have to actually leave eggs in there. It'll just RNG and he'll give me some new chickens. That's good to know. Because the way they made it sound on the release updates, like you had to leave eggs in overnight to have any chance at that. So now it looks more like it'll just randomly do it and you can collect your eggs whenever you want. Which I actually prefer. It's too bad the cows don't reproduce, because cows are kind of expensive. Although I think I can only get 4 more anyway. What, I'm doing the grunt work, or a rooster's doing the grunt work? Just the rough job. Yeah, and that's the one that Simone's been doing, and I don't mind it. It's got a few spots that are kind of annoying, but it's not like Mercury Farms where the whole map is annoying. I mean, there's definitely some spots that are gonna make me want to cuss on Arthur's stream, but it's not the whole map like that. any yet? No. Oh, I'm doing the grunt work right after I get up. Yeah, I'm just trying to advance through some days so until my greenhouse gets ready. And if you just go a week, you don't make extra eggs or anything. So I'm just going the slow way so that I can actually still collect the eggs and milk so that I can make money. But I do want to advance so that I have some vegetables ready to harvest. Wait, that was one of the smallest fields, and you got 2 cotton modules off of it? I'm assuming it wasn't fertilized or anything, because if that's the case, that's still a pretty big field. I might have to actually check it out and see if I would even vote for it if it was an option. Because, I mean, 2 bales, if it's fully fertilized and plowed and limed, that's not bad, but if it was like the standard AI field where there's no fertilizer, it needs plowing, needs lime, that's a huge field. Wow. That might still be too big then. Because quite honestly, what I think would be perfect is an updated port of Goldcrest. Like, fix the things that were stupid with Goldcrest. But that would be like a really, really decent multiplayer map. Just add a couple of pads to it. Got a couple big fields, a lot of smaller fields. Oh, double yield. Okay, so that's not so bad then. And like, I know a lot of people online like talked a bunch of crap about Goldcrest and oh, it was a terrible map, but I actually kind of liked it. Insert unpopular penguin here. Yeah, I might have to actually check that map out. I hope you've got like 4 cotton harvesters going, because I hate cotton. I'm really not a fan of any of the specialty crops in Farm Sim. Oh, that would do it too. That would work. So you have to, so does that mod come with like a module maker then, or do you just sell it as loose cotton at the place? Because I know that, like, in real life, most of the people that are harvesting cotton don't have the big fancy $500,000 machines. A lot of them are using tractor pull types, and then they actually harvest it loose and then put it into a module maker, which then they transport to the spinnery. Oh, that's kind of cool. And that does make it a lot easier, because those stupid cotton bale trailers are annoying, and you're only hauling two at a time. My rooster did a good job. How many chickens am I up to now? 14. Or no, 13, that's milk to collect. Yeah, what I was doing was I was just using like the in-game bale trailer and using a payloader to stack like 12 bales on. Except that didn't drive down the road too well. It liked to tip over. But it would be nice if, like, in the game, like, they did have the option for the cheaper equipment, like they do for potatoes and sugar beets. Like, they've got the ones that you can pull it behind a tractor. It would be nice to have that option too. Like, I think, I don't know, it would make it take longer, of course, but it would be a little more realistic, because at least here in the States, not everybody who has a cotton farm has a big old fancy cotton module maker. Really, that humidity's still perfect? I'm doubting that. Trust but verify. Trust but verify. Oh, see, here we go. We're up to the bigger stage. Oh, see, trust but verify, people. That says it's getting on the dry side. Oh yeah, this stuff's about ready. Got a bunch of tomatoes. I think this is zucchini. One of these is pumpkin. This must be pumpkin. Or no, that's watermelon. I think. Yeah, must be. Yeah, well, really just like anyone who could host it would even be good. Because you'd get a pretty, if they have good internet, you'd still get a pretty good idea of how well it's going to work, and that's a lot easier to set up than setting up a server. Because you can just start a game, get everything set up, and make the game multiplayer. I'll host hop over. I'm gonna stop this when when my greenhouse is ready, which it's almost there. Because all those plants were in the last stage. Once that's done, I'm gonna collect it all and be done for the night anyway, at least on this game. So yeah, when I'm all done here, I'll hit you up. Until 9. What time zone are you in? Because it's a little after 7 for me right now. Ah, okay, so you've got about an hour. Okay, well, I'll just solve my problem right here. Taking a long rest. And that should have gotten me. Yeah, stuff's ready to go. Oh, this is tedious work, but somebody's got to do it. Well, that's kind of the name of this game. Tedious work. Alright, greenhouse. Okay, these ones were pumpkin. Which means if that quest is still active, I can make some pumpkin soup and actually complete it. And I want to wait to replant until I kind of know what's going to bring me the most amount of money. Because I'm thinking zucchini and tomatoes is actually probably the big sellers. But melons are new. So I don't really know how much money I'm going to get out of melons or what I can even do with them. Maybe I can make some jam. And I am getting a little bit of frame rate issues going on here, so I am going to save this just in case it crashes. Okay, so you cook canned melons. Okay. Oh no, it was paprika. That's the new one. Which that's showing a bell pepper. It's not. That's not paprika. That's a bell pepper. Oh, I meant to move that over first. No. What? Why is it doing that? It's not letting me go into the kitchen. It's just automatically cooking the last thing I did. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, I'm going to leave, I think, and come back. And maybe I'll do this too, just to be safe. Maybe now it won't be doing that. That would be fantastic. Because I want to cook more than one at a time. Nope. Oh, this is horrible. Okay, if I hold A, it's working. Okay, that's all my canned melons. Getting a little glitchy. See, I want to save the tomatoes for this fish and tomato sauce, because that is better than cooking tomato soup. You'll get more money for it. So we'll cook all those. Let's see, anything else with zucchini? Nope. So zucchini, I'll cook all of those. And then I am going to save those. Oops. Okay, I must not have had that one all the way up. We'll save the tomatoes so that I can make fish and tomato sauce. Now let's go see how much all this stuff is worth. I got a ton of food in my inventory. Oh, and is that quest still active? It is still active. Let's go complete that. And then I'll come back and sell all that stuff. Yeah, and this is another thing with this game. Once you have done so much in one sitting, it kind of starts to getting a little laggy. Like the whole time I was playing, I was getting 60 frames per second up until now. And it's been kind of dipping back and forth from like 25 to 50, and that's why I saved a little bit ago, because typically when that happens, or at least beforehand anyway, in previous updates, the game would crash. So I do get slightly paranoid. I actually haven't had a crash in this game in a long time, but when I start witnessing the telltale signs of previous crashes, I tend to just save quick. One pass and you got 41,000 liters. Holy crap. That is a huge field. Hey, you're not stuck in a dock anymore.
Here's something for you.
Made 300 bucks. Could be worse. Probably would have been worse if I would have bought it. Which I'm kind of glad that it didn't like glitch out and make me lose the quest. And I want to go roughly there. Yeah, I mean, I saw the map, and it's not like, I know the whole thing's not that big, but I'm just kind of, like, I've never played on that big of a map, at least not for more than like, oh my god, this is too big, I don't wanna. So I guess for me it's just a little hard wrapping my mind around the size differences. But yeah, if you want to make that multiplayer, I'm going to be done here in just a little bit, and I'll come check it out. Except I'll post me a link to download it, because I have not downloaded it yet. Or was there a link in my Discord already? That could be too. I'll have to look.
Good to see you. Can I help you?
Care to trade?
Care to trade?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, I get almost 10 bucks a can for that stuff? Nice. Let's leave me with 20 of them. So I need 61. Yeah, see, just for milking my cows, I got over 1,500 bucks, and I didn't even sell all of them. I'm not sure. Eggs, 10 bucks a piece. How many of those do I have? 417. So 397. Sell all of my applesauce. I'll keep some of those just for some extra food. Oh wow, you make 15 bucks off of the tomato soup. That's not bad. With that fish and aroma oil, that's about the same. I'll hold on to that. That's some good food. Canned melons. Zucchini make about 11 bucks. So the tomato soup I make about 15 bucks. Zucchini I make 11. So tomato would be better than zucchini to plant. But zucchini I think was also better than melon. He's getting 17, getting 21, getting 15. Okay, so melon is going to be better than zucchini, but tomato trumps all. And now I've got $11,000. All right. I'm like 5% on my way to buying a tractor. And I think that is probably a good place to save. Let me just sleep one more day, go into, or is it 2 more days? I always forget that little rhyme. Just get into September. Because it's like 31 days has something, 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 and something. Or is it 30 days? I don't remember. I don't remember that little rhyme. I never do. So we're in September now, once I wake up. And it will be officially planting season. So I'm just going to collect what I've got here, and then I will be wrapping up the stream. So it won't be long now. For those of you who have been here the whole time, thank you very much. All of the views help me in my averages for getting up to affiliate. All of you that have followed me, that helps tremendously as well. As you can see at the top of your screen, I've still got quite a ways to go. So if you haven't followed me, please click the follow button. It will help me out a ton. And you know, tell your friends, you know, or if you know any good bots, you know, feel free to put my Twitch channel into their bot feed. I don't care. I'm kidding. Don't ban me, Twitch. I'm kidding. That's a joke. Don't do it. But yeah, I mean, if you like what you saw, feel free to tell your friends about it, because this is the kind of stuff I like to play. And this was a pretty mild stream. I have been known to get on a little more TVMA side, but for the most part, this is about how it'll be. But again, thank you very much for watching. When I play this again, it's planting season, so we'll be doing some planting and finishing everything up for the year, and hopefully by the end of next season buying some new equipment. But again, thank you everyone. You have been great, and that is all for now. Bye. Thanks for watching.